Yeah, I like it, man.
Tune?
Good,
Love it,
good
love it.
selection.
Cool.
Really
I
good
love the
selection.
taper as well with the music there. You just nice little fade away.
Oh, first radio.
Very
It's hard to find music that is a great track, but is good within the first 10 seconds. Like, because you need if it's going to be an intro track, you're like, you know straight away whether it's going to
That's right.
get you there
That's
or
right.
not.
And it's funny how so many intros are so, I guess, notorious for their impact.
Yeah.
Like Smoke on the Water, all those sorts
yeah.
of songs that, like, that first 30 seconds is like the epic part of the song.
Well, it's because they
Not
understand that you need to grab people
They need
immediately.
to grab people.
You know?
Absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the run I just had coming here today.
Yeah.
Oh,
The classics.
like classics. Tune after tune
Hard
after
to
tune
beat,
after
aren't they?
tune.
Fucking
It's good.
A.
Actually, this week I was looking at, like, classic rock.
Okay. From like 70s, 80s or
Yes.
a bit earlier?
Yeah, no, 70s,
Okay.
70s, 80s, like
Nice.
late 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck, there's some good tunes out there. Spotify playlists, like if you search for classic
Yeah,
rock,
they're amazing. Road trip playlists.
yeah, there's some really, really good
Unwind
tunes.
70s, unwind 80s. Like, that's a bit low key, but you know, they're good tunes, man. Some of them are good tunes. If I was growing up, I was thinking about this actually on the way here because all the songs were playing. I was like, fuck, dude, what I wouldn't have given to be like a 17 or an 18-year-old when this
Yeah.
music was like
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know, like I would have taken so many drugs.
I would have.
You still have money.
Yeah, I know. Are we on? No, like I would have though. Like seriously, if you grow up listening,
course.
like imagine growing up listening to like Fleetwood Mac and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like you're already born into that. You
Yeah.
know, that not
culture.
necessarily drug taking culture, but I mean, it would be part of it.
It's
you
such
know
a
what I mean?
different.
Whereas now we've got so much choice, and it's just completely
Yeah,
different.
drugs.
Do you reckon that?
Well, and music.
You're right.
So, but back then it was like just such a movement, that hippie movement, Woodstock, all that sort of shit. The late 60s moving into the 70s, music, free love, all that sort of shit. LSD, happy days. Would have been amazing to
It would
grow
have
up
been
with.
sick.
It would have been
Yeah.
dope. man.
Yeah.
I feel like partly I should have, but that's all right.
Right. I don't know. I like living,
like living now. Trust
you
me,
know?
yeah,
I like
it's
the
good.
The
technology,
reality
I
of living
like-
now is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just having a mobile phone
It's great.
by itself would sell me on 2018. Let
But see,
alone
back
all the
then-
other shit.
But-
It's hard to.
yeah.
I think because we have the mindset, like we grew up with this shit, you know, like it's part of
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah.
Someone that's like, if you go,
In
here,
there.
do you need a mobile phone to a
Right.
person from the 60s or 70s? Like, I don't need a fucking mobile phone. Why would I need
Right.
a mobile phone? No one else has a mobile phone. I don't
Yeah.
need one.
Yeah.
You don't reckon
Yeah,
they'd
yeah.
be like really excited? They'd be like, well, "You mean I can call someone from anywhere?"
Yeah, but they'd also be scared because they don't know. Like they're like, oh, well, it's no one else does it, so why do I need?
I
that?
remember getting super excited because my grandparents had a car phone.
Yeah.
Had
Right.
a phone in the car, and I was like, "You can make phone calls in the car."
Yeah. Hands free.
I reckon if you took a mobile phone back to the 60s, people would
Imagine
just be
people-
like,
They'd be like,
"Took
is
too
it-
much acid."
They'd be like, is this a bong? Can I like? Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to live now.
Right. Sorry, I just like my brain's a little. Just like as you guys were talking, I was just thinking about the previous
What would it be
episode,
like?
and then I didn't change the audio channel. So then I was like, if anyone watches it, you're coming out of the opposite speaker in episode 4.
again.
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Oh,
I don't
is
know.
it-
Like,
I listened to it. I didn't really feel that.
Was
Didn't
it
it-
fine?
Yeah, I think it was
okay.
okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That was the first episode as well.
The first episode
Wasn't
was
it?
like that because we did it. I think the other way around.
Yeah,
Or was the
just
camera
switching.
different?
No, I changed it in the first one. Oh wait, did I? I can't remember.
We
I
can
think
go
the
back and have a look.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, that's boring for
Yeah,
viewers.
yeah.
They're sitting there like,
Errors
"Oh,
aboard. Errors aboard.
There is a boring.
Let's,
What are we drinking, Kev?
Let's have a drink. Well, okay, so I
Tell the
spent
audience.
all of 30 seconds picking
That's how you pick the best ones.
hoggies.
Nice.
Hoggies.
A bottle of red hoggies.
Hoggies. Okay.
Sounds like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
yeah, true.
It was $14 something.
That's not bad.
It's a cab sav, and I just like that it had the word hog in it. Oh, here we go. Winemaker Gavin Hogg with 2 G's. His blend
Makes
is
sense.
outstanding.
Pretty shit name.
Cab
Stayed
sav.
up all night. thinking about
Gavin, you're better than that.
Come on,
Gavin. Come on, mate.
Gavies.
Hoggies, really? Anyone can spot that, mate.
So,
Spot it.
this is what we're drinking tonight.
Good.
I've got no idea if it's going to be any good, but we'll see.
Look, mate, $14. You'd be surprised what you get for $14.
Nolsey, take us through your dry month at the moment. Because we didn't talk about it last
true. We didn't really cover
last
it, did we?
episode.
So, well, to give some context, I'm an alcoholic. I come here, quite often. But in all seriousness, I don't mind a beverage or 300,000. So for that reason, because we're going to be in Greece, we will be travelling for about 5 weeks. Greece, Portugal, Italy, and needless to say, the food and the drink will be well on.
Flowing.
Will be flowing.
Yeah.
So I just decided to have a month off the booze, and this began on the 7th. Yeah, the 7th. After we went out on the Friday night to Above and Beyond.
9th.
9th, sorry. 9th, cool.
Above and
Okay.
Beyond was the
So I'm going to go the 9th to the 9th
Uh-huh.
because I get to Greece on the 8th. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, 8th to the 8th, whatever it is.
How you feeling so far?
I feel really good, man. I feel
better?
really good because I did this last year for a month
Yeah.
as well. And I remember the reason I did it last year was just because I'd never done it. And I was like, fuck, I wonder how good I would feel after 30 days. Which doesn't sound like a really, really long time. But when you drink pretty regularly and you kind of, your body gets into a habit of waking up, not like shit, but just tired, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit, you know, a little bit off, a little bit grey. I wanted to have a clear head for, you know, a good period of time. And that month off did wonders, man. Like it did a lot more than I thought it would do because of the fact that with alcohol, you just have it even, you know, with meals, you know, have a beer here and there, have a wine, whatever. And it does kind of add up if you drink enough of it.
100%. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, man. I felt like a little bit muddled in my head, and then after doing the month off, I was like, "Fuck, I feel good." But then
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be like, "Oh, I'm off drinking forever" because I love it too much.
Yeah, of course.
But it was nice to give the body a rest,
See what it's like on the other
rejuvenate.
side.
Yeah, see what it's like on the white side.
Because I did Feb and May this year of no drinking.
Yep.
And it was great because it's sort of the same thing. I was like, fuck me, I could not tell you the last time I went a month without having an alcoholic drink.
Well, that's why I did it. I have it.
And so I was like, all right, that's a good exercise in discipline and stuff. But I reckon it's better to find a balance rather than all or nothing. Because one of the consequences can be if you just withdraw completely, then you pull a rubber band right back and then you just fly head first when you can drink again into smashing it.
Well, that's what I'll be doing in Greece.
Exactly.
But your story's
I love
on
that's
point.
what's going to happen. I'm pumped to see that Nosey.
Oh,
Like,
mate, we'll be on, mate. We'll be on. We're having a month off.
You're
We're
going to be
a month on.
sunburnt and hungover as fuck within 12 hours.
It's gonna be. I'll have 5 bottles of sunscreen with me at all times.
Don't drink them.
Maybe one.
sun's different over there. Though,
It is
mate.
different.
Like, it's
Yeah,
different.
it is
You
different.
should still wear it, like I wear
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very, very different. Yeah.
It's not as intense as it is here.
No.
I experienced that in South America, man. It was hot, like it was warm in places, but I never really got hectically burnt. It was just a bit, you know.
I stopped wearing
Sunstroke,
sunscreen by the end of my Central America trip. When I was in Mexico at the end, I just didn't bother.
How are all the melanomas going?
Great.
Getting
I've got
them
10
checked.
days.
Make this good. This might be our last, people. Speaking of death, last week. Hope everyone enjoyed the last episode last week.
Yeah.
It was quite bleak, but quite informative. Actually, my favourite because I'm a psycho.
Yeah. I think it was
you liked it?
It was my favourite one that we've done so far.
Same. Yeah,
was
we're
funny.
all pretty dark,
Yeah.
just twisted motherfuckers.
Can I jump into the darkness straight away?
Go, just
I-
launch,
because
mate.
I-
Right.
launch right in.
Go
Launch.
in.
I want to get
Go
your
in.
opinion on something that
Please.
I read during the
Please.
week.
Yeah.
And it was a guy who, I wish I'd... Where was he? Doesn't matter. He was in a motorbike accident. And really horrific. Had to have his foot amputated. I was in the States. So he had his foot amputated, and in the States, because of religious laws, you're allowed to retain amputated limbs so that when you're buried, you can be buried whole. Right? So he signs some forms,
Jesus
gets his foot in a box,
Yeah.
brings it home.
Yeah.
And he says that he'd always had this discussion with his friends about, like, if you had the chance, would you eat human flesh? if you had the chance, right? So he invites 10 of his mates around and makes tacos with his foot. Right? I shit you not. Serves up his one's tacos.
No way.
He said that they were like buffalo, but a bit chewier.
Yeah.
And that I've got to get this right. He said, quote, he would rate them out of 10 as 6.5.
That's high.
That's high for human.
foot meat. Like.
For human meat.
He said they're better than hot dogs or burgers, but not as good as butter seared sea scallops.
Yeah, okay.
So let me get this straight. This was his own foot.
Yeah.
His own foot.
Okay. Well, he's probably qualified to do that. Then.
Did he say how
His own.
he prepared it? Because, like, think, how old's the bloke, right?
Yeah, I look, I didn't do that much research into it.
Let's just say he's in his mid-20s, maybe something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's 25 years stomping in a foot, wearing a sock all day, sweating inside a piece of your body, right?
Yeah,
You've got to boil the shit out of that foot before you eat
It's
it.
not the most attractive bit of flesh,
No,
is it?
it's like the last thing I'd
meat.
want to eat if I was eating human flesh.
I hope he had a
It's
slow.
chewy.
Yeah, I hope he had a slow cooker, man.
Yeah.
Like slow cooker.
Chuck it
You'd have
on
to slow
overnight.
cook.
Fucking
Like
hell.
stewy, casserole. That's
Yeah.
alright, you know.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's long. Just a long process. None of
Yeah.
this none of this blue meat shit
No,
on the
you
grill.
couldn't sear it or anything
That's
like
disgusting.
that. No.
I'm not about that. I don't want the grizzly, chewy nature
It would be chewy, though, wouldn't it, foot
of a
meat?
soul.
Yeah, well, like, how thick do you reckon of flesh do you have before you hit bone on a foot? Anyway,
probably like-
There'd
probably
be a
like-
lot of tendons.
Probably
and-
less than an inch, I'd say.
Yeah, fuck all. Like,
Yeah.
so how small are these tacos? Like, what are they in?
I think it was more a novelty. They weren't in
Right.
for a big feed.
Right.
Would you have some?
This-
Would I eat human flesh?
you eat human flesh?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not settling for foot meat though.
No.
Like, I'm waiting for
No,
the good
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You want the
I want some thigh.
Free
I want some
range.
shit.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
some glute or something with some meat on it. You know.
Yeah.
Look, if there's a plane, you know, miraculously goes out of the sky and he's in there and someone dies and he survives and it's cold, he's going to eat meat, you know,
Yeah.
off the human body. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I
of
would
course.
too to survive.
Well, to survive.
But I'd
yeah.
like it off the fleshy part. Give me a bit of thigh or
Yeah.
a bit of
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah,
bit of shoulder. would be
Yeah.
nice.
shoulder could be
Shoulder
good.
would be
Shoulder.
good. Shoulder would be good.
Braised shoulder.
Yeah, I definitely eat human flesh for sure.
Yeah.
I think most people would.
I
In the right- like,
disagree.
Really?
I reckon a lot of people would be really.
Yeah, I reckon
about
if
it.
you're really religious, it'd be a
man.
no-no. Sure.
Vegans wouldn't. All the vegetarians wouldn't. That rules out fucking.
Fair enough.
According to
Fair enough.
you know, like all the shit we hear on media today, that rules out 80% of people.
I think I
Already.
just assume that everyone's as fucked up as me.
Yeah,
Like, but
No, I think we're a special breed.
But yeah, interesting. That is interesting.
I just thought that was an
That's an interesting
interesting.
way to kick
Yeah.
things off.
Yeah.
love it.
I don't mind it, man.
Well,
don't mind it at all.
weird.
You guys have heard the Andes stories, like back in the 70s. A plane crashed into the mountain
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
Andes,
Yeah.
and they had to
Yeah.
like eat the frozen
Yeah,
meat of
yeah,
the people
yeah.
that had
I
died
heard
in
that.
the fuselage,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to stay alive. Like that's fucking hectic.
Yeah.
you know?
That's a
That
different
is-
story though to just a dinner party.
Yeah.
Where you serve.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, if it's life or death, then surely 99.9% of people would do it.
Yeah. You would think so.
Here's the other
I
question.
don't know though.
Say you're in a life or death situation, right? But there is no food. No one's dead yet. You've got to kill a person.
See, that's the other thing.
That's
Yeah,
really
right.
different question.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if
This is what I'm
everyone
saying.
is starving,
Yeah.
do you sacrifice the one?
Well, yeah.
And how do you
How do you
it?
decide? Yeah.
Short straws.
Yeah, short straws.
You probably wouldn't have short
No,
straws.
short paws, mate. The weakest, smallest person. They're
So-
going down.
It'd be a pretty hectic rock paper scissors tournament, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you'd have to.
There's
do
no way
something.
You'd have to
Gym
play with
junkie.
actual scissors and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure,
aimed at
for
one
sure.
person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would be literally dog eat dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You could-
smallest wouldn't survive.
That's how it would go.
No,
There'd
it'd
be
be-
no
yeah.
democracy.
Do you
to
start
who's
with
gonna
it?
be.
But then
No.
there's a moral aspect of it, because if there's a young child there, I'd be like, well, yeah, that's like you can't, because you can't take his life away. He's like growing up. We have to kill
Yeah.
one of the older people.
Why?
Well, you don't have to, but like, they've lived, you know, a long time. In comparison to
You're
a
saving the
13-year-old
child. The child doesn't know how shit the world is yet. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Really, you're just
So
doing
you-
them a
you
service.
reckon-
Take 'em
Yeah, but
out.
also
Take
Show 'em
'em out.
how shit the world can be.
Just take 'em out,
Yeah, but
right?
if it's a difference between me having a 200 gram and a 400 gram steak, I want to fucking, you know, like a 35-year-old
Right,
bloke.
okay. You
But
want
hang on,
gorge.
we've just
okay.
talked about that meat would
gorge
be
on it.
worse. Surely the meat from a
foal.
a foal, a youngling.
We want
What's
veal,
the,
like-
well, I want a lamb.
Yeah,
I don't want a big sheep.
Veal.
Yeah, veal.
You don't want mutton.
What's the
No,
mutton?
you don't want
what's
mutton.
what's the
No,
deal with veal? Is veal like under? If any
Unborn?
vegans are watching, just turn this episode off.
Is it unborn?
Is it no? It's not.
No, veal's baby cow.
Unborn.
It's baby cow.
I swear to God, there's something that's unborn. There's like
Like a fetus?
like an unborn
That's fucked.
Like a
man.
fetus.
deer or something.
That's so fun.
Well, they cut
you
open
know
a
what it
pregnant
is-
deer and get the other deer out. And then
Comment, whatever. Message us,
How
because
do
I want to
you-
know.
So what, they specifically wait till a deer is pregnant and then they kill it and then they slice out the little one that's unborn and then cook that? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was like under 2 or 3. I thought it was like a baby.
Yeah,
thing.
that's definitely veal.
Yeah, that's veal.
What
Okay.
you're talking about is...
Is different.
Venison? No, venison is deer.
That's deer meat, yeah.
What's that bird? Help me out, because I can't
Quail.
remember the name. Not quail, but similar.
chicken.
Back in the day, the French, in like the 14th century...
Dodo?
No. It was like a little bird, like a tiny bird that they used to catch, and they burned it alive in like this vat of like... Yeah, it was real fucked up. It was like a ritual aspect of eating it. And how it worked is because it was a delicacy, they burnt the bird alive because they thought that it would, because it was stressed out, that the meat would be like real tender. And so they eat it on a plate with a napkin covering their head, right? And
Their own head.
Their own head.
Yeah.
And the theory behind that was also God doesn't see them because it's shameful, right? It's in the have you guys
Can't,
ever
that's
heard
not
of
how vision works. I'm sorry. Like,
No. As in, yeah, I know. They thought
Yeah.
it was a ritual for
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what it
And
is.
but also to encapsulate the flavour of the bird as well. So
Right.
it's like this big napkin covering their
Oh.
draped
Never
over their head, and
Right.
they ate the bird underneath it.
Right.
Yeah, and they ate the bird whole, and the bird was only like this big.
Beak and all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's hectic, man. I
Yeah.
can't remember the actual name of the bird. I'll look it up. But it was very because it was on Billions. You know the show.
Yeah.
You might have seen it. You would have.
I've only
known what I
seen
was talking
season
about.
one.
Okay, cool.
Is season 2 good?
Yeah, not bad.
Is it?
It's not as good as season 1, but season
Yeah,
3
season 1 was great.
Season 3 is really good.
Oh, is it?
So watch,
Maybe I'll-
just
maybe I'll
continue
stick
to watch
with
it. Anyway, yeah, it
Yeah.
was really barbaric, and the French government's outlawed it because there's still underground restaurants that try to do it. It's like a real like privileged kind of delicacy that like only certain people have.
Rich
like
people.
Anthony Bourdain had one.
Did he?
Yeah, God rest his soul. You know.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
Why
But
not?
all these kind of
Dig
and
in.
all these really important people have had it because it's like a really special dish.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
rare and
Delicacy.
It's
stuff.
like eating
Yeah.
game, like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Exactly. But yeah, very interesting. Did you hear about the cow that fell on a Peruvian dude? Okay, cool. So I was reading this story today about how this guy in the mountains in the Andes in Peru, he was just doing some day-to-day chores inside the house, at little village, little hut with his wife and whatever. And I don't know how I got onto this, but I think I found it on Reddit somewhere. But there was a bunch of cows grazing at the top of his house, and because it's like a little hill, like a real hilly kind of terrain. For some fucked up reason, like they're like sleeping or they're about to go to bed and whatever, and this cow falls through the roof onto both of them together as they're there. Not a scratch on the missus.
Yeah.
The wife's fine.
Yeah.
And then initially the bloke thought, oh, I'm okay, but my leg was pretty fucked. So he went to hospital, and the cow died, right? Because it fell off a cliff.
Cow died?
Yeah, the cow was like struggling. Like
Yeah.
the cow, forget it.
They've got weak legs.
Yeah, very weak.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so this guy goes to hospital, right?
Yeah.
And then later dies from like internal bleeding.
Wow.
Because the cow hit him so hard,
Yeah.
didn't realise it because he was shot.
Yeah.
Focused on his leg,
Cow got him.
died.
Wow.
So this guy has died from a cow falling through his roof on him.
Fucking
That's
hell.
Talk
bad
about
luck.
weird ways to die.
Yeah.
And I thought that's
That's so
fascinating.
unlucky.
And so then I went on a bit of a tear. I was like, fucking fucked up animal deaths.
Right.
You know? And I found a couple of weird ones. But that was the weirdest one.
Right.
So strange.
Did you ever
man.
get into the Darwin Awards? Mm-hmm. Whenever that was a thing, like
What's
10
the
years-
Darwin
It's still on the internet.
You don't know the Darwin
No.
Awards,
No.
bro? They're so up your alley.
Yeah?
The
Perfect.
Darwin
Tell me more.
Awards are like it's basically a collection of people dying.
Yeah.
Or having the ability to reproduce taken away from them.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
That's also, and then you have honourable mentions for people who just survive. Anyway,
Yeah.
basically people removing themselves from the gene pool
Okay.
via stupid fucking ways,
Like
they'll be
1,001 Ways to Die.
construction site and they cut it around themselves in the concrete and die, fall and die,
Right,
shit
right.
like dumb shit like
Yeah.
that. And they released a few books of them, collections of them.
Okay.
They're hilarious, man.
Sounds,
It's
I bet
just
they are.
those fucking idiots out there.
Yeah.
But
It sounds a
natural
little-
selection.
It sounds a little bit like that show, that 1,001 Ways to Die, where they show like all these stupid fucking people
I haven't seen
dying
that. I
and all
haven't seen
sorts
that.
of random things. This guy was on acid and he like jumped into an empty pool and killed himself.
Yeah, right.
Like, that sort of stuff. It's that level. Just come on. Number one,
Zero.
don't take a don't take a cab and then jump into it. Just don't be around a blank pool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Yeah, the Darwin Awards were great, man. I discovered that when I was really young.
Yeah, it was a while
And
ago.
you just,
Okay.
it's all
Yeah.
on the internet. There's like a website
Yeah,
for
right.
them, and they list like the monthly best of, and they
Okay.
have like all-time best
So
of and
callous.
shit like that. But it's some of the people are so stupid though. Like I remember one of them where there was a guy who was out hunting. He's like an American guy, right?
Yeah.
And he was hunting on a trail that was known for having rattlesnakes or something on it, or poisonous venomous snakes. So he's come across one in his path, and rather
Yeah.
than walk around it or shoot it or do something like that, he's gone to butt it with his gun, like to fucking crush it with the end of his gun, and it's like a loaded shotgun. And he's just like fucking, the snake's either pulled the trigger or he's accidentally fucking popped himself in the head and just gone. The snake's just, I'm gonna go off on my own way, you know?
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Speaking of snakes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, which leads into the second one that
Snake.
I remember really well, actually. A bloke, I think this was in Ireland or somewhere, right? This cunt was just real drunk, like belligerently drunk, and he was someone was giving him lip at this pub, and he's like, I'm fucking fighting you, blah, 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 and he fights this guy, and the other guy kicks his ass, right? He's like, I'm gonna fucking come back and fuck you up, dude.
Yeah.
Belligerently drunk, right?
Yeah.
So he goes home and he gets a sawn-off shotgun, yeah? Puts it down the front of his pants and walks to the pub, and within meters of getting to the front of the pub, the gun goes off and he blows his cock and balls off, right? But survives. And then that was his one, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's a rough night.
yeah, dude.
That is
fucking A.
rough, man.
Fucking A.
Did we see during the week the raccoon?
Yes.
Oh,
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah.
Made me feel good.
Right. Because there was like a full news crew and shit there filming, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was
It's
legit.
a worldwide sensation.
Yeah.
Everyone was following him live,
Yeah.
praying for him and
Yeah.
rooting him.
What was he
rooting
doing?
For him.
What was he doing?
You didn't see it?
No. He
So,
was going to send me the video, but apparently it's just on Facebook.
yeah, it was this fucking raccoon that, for some reason, climbed up a little bit of a skyscraper. And then they reckon he got spooked by people who were trying to get him down, so he
Right.
climbed up a bit further.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, he's a raccoon, he's not too
He's
smart.
gone too
He
far.
just kept climbing.
Yeah.
And so, the word got out that this raccoon was climbing the
Right.
skyscraper, and everybody started to tune in online on Twitter and Facebook Live and all this
As
sort
you
of
do,
shit.
yeah.
News crews started to rock up.
Oh, God.
And there's people taking photos. He's like having a rest on their windowsill and shit, going back to climbing.
Yeah.
He climbed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
It took him like a day.
Yeah.
He just kept climbing.
Yeah.
And it's not like...
Good on him.
It's like a sheer face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
flat. Yeah.
Like, he just kept going.
Yeah.
And he got to the top and they grabbed him with some cat food and led him
Good on him.
into the bush.
What a legend.
It's so funny what people grab onto and become obsessed with.
It's usually animals, tragedy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There's like a handful of big
Animals
ones.
Animals are a big one.
Yeah.
Like the snake, the python thing, right? So that villager
Oh.
that got eaten alive.
Oh, I didn't read the whole article,
Okay.
but
Well,
fucking...
yeah. Speaking of fucked up animal deaths, like this villager in Indonesia was just going about their daily routine. 54-year-old mother of two. Gone out, done the farming, pick some whatever it is, and then that night gets fucking eaten by a python.
Wow.
Like swallow, like snakes on a plane.
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
actual,
yeah.
like that never happens.
Yeah.
And then her kids find her. I don't know if it was actually, it might have been her uncle, whatever. But someone found her the next day, knife like in one area. The snake is like 12 meters away, and her like bucket and shit are there. And he's like, looks at the snake. Snake's like 27 feet long, and it's got like this massive bulge in the middle of its gut. He's
Yeah.
like, let's open her up. So they cut open the snake,
Yeah.
village the whole fucking box and dice, everyone's around him.
Yeah.
There's a video of this, so they open it up, and there's the body inside, fully clothed.
Yeah, wow.
Like-
Fucking hell.
What do you reckon kills
So
you in that?
full on, man.
In that?
They squeeze them first.
Strangulation, yeah.
So she would have died
Reticulated.
before being
Yeah,
swallowed.
Constricted,
definitely.
yeah.
Because I always think if you swallow it whole, sure.
So they suffocate, so they squeeze them so hard they can't breathe, and
Yeah.
then they die, and then...
Yeah.
Shit way to go.
Fucking A.
Being crushed by a snake. Big snake, 27 foot.
It's huge.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
if- fuck,
That's
like, if
Jesus
you-
Christ,
dude.
man.
If you know that's the sort of shit you're dealing with when you go out of the house for 5
You
seconds,
take the risk.
You take weapons. You take a
Yeah.
bigger thing than a small knife.
Sure.
How big was the knife, though?
Like a machete.
It's a pretty big knife.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah, still, I mean, you're taking a bit of a punt, aren't you? Like,
Oh, no.
I probably wouldn't do it.
No, fuck that, man.
No.
Yeah, I'd get a gun. I'd definitely get a gun.
Mate, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
The way to
Or
go.
a flamethrower.
If you run...
Seen Elon Musk's flamethrower?
No?
Yeah.
He made a flamethrower, like 500.
Of course he did.
5,000 made. Each
Yeah.
of them cost $500.
Okay.
And
That's
it's
cheap.
like this cool. They look like a laser gun, but it's actually a flamethrower.
Yeah, yeah.
And he called it not a flamethrower because you can't sell any products that are called flamethrowers.
Not a flamethrower.
Yeah, and so there's just all these videos
awesome.
of people on the internet just trying to burn their house down, essentially, like using it indoors and around trees and all this shit. And like
I love
literally anyone could buy one.
That's
and
sick.
what he's doing with the proceeds, like it's like it works out to be, I don't know how many of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
For his tunnel boring,
Yeah.
a boring company.
Oh yeah,
what it's called.
they're gonna build the subway in Chicago. There's a
Yeah.
For the
cars,
cars,
yeah.
yeah, which is fucking a sick
And a
project.
and a
like,
train-
Dude,
train
man,
line
he's
as well,
just
I
like,
think.
I'm going to build a
Yeah,
subway
yeah.
for
Yeah.
cars.
cars, yeah.
yeah.
And everyone's kind of like, oh, okay. And, he just
And
starts
it's
doing it.
privately funded.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need government funding.
I'm going to put a car in
I'll do it myself.
space. Okay.
Yeah.
He fucking does it.
Yeah, he's a sick cunt.
He's an astronaut floating through space.
Even with the South Australian
Jesus
government, like with
Christ.
the energy thing,
Yeah.
he's just like,
Yeah.
well, fuck you cunts. If you don't want anyone to do it and there's too much red tape, I'll do it for free if I
Yeah.
can't
If
give
I
them my
can't
X
do it,
date.
yeah.
And what are they going to say?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
no risk.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fucking idiots.
And it's just been killing it down there. Like it's
Killing
been
it, man.
absolutely annihilating it.
Killing it. Doing
in
exactly what it's
Australia.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
In fact, better than what they
Better.
said.
Yeah. And now everyone's
Right.
trying to catch up.
Right.
Yeah.
And he knew that.
He knew,
all
mate.
along.
He knew. He's great on
Smart,
Twitter,
man.
man. Have you
Yeah.
ever got him on Twitter?
I think I do actually have him on Twitter.
Fuck, he's so good, man.
Yeah.
He just trolls. He just trolls
he?
people. Like the last whole day was just like he would say that he was like a social. He was just ragging on socialists.
Yeah.
Then he was saying that he was a socialist, and then he was saying that then he's an anarchist, but then he hates anarchists, and like and just there's just like thousands of people tweeting back at him like, you don't fucking know what a socialist is. Fucking look at you and your union, bro. Fucking fuck this. Fucking blah 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 blah. Everyone's just getting up in arms.
Just ants to him.
Oh,
Just ants.
God.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Shadow
Yeah.
noise.
And
That's
fucking,
awesome.
it's so good, man.
It'll be so much fun to have that platform and just know that you could just throw just
cable.
grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just throw little grenades
Yeah,
and
yeah.
watch everybody
Yeah.
react.
yeah.
Isn't it funny though, man? Because that's actually part of my. I'm going early here. It's part of the beef of the week that I had lined up.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Is internet commenters,
Right,
okay.
And like Facebook, Instagram, fucking Twitter, particularly. Twitter's probably a haven for it, really.
What about
But just people that you've got different prototypes. So you've got like defenders, people that like just defend anything. They just want to find an argument somewhere. You've got people that are overnight experts, so they just think that they know everything about stuff that they probably don't know anything about. You've got like the science guys that are like, yeah, they just want to make sure they're like smarter than anyone else in the room and like comment on stuff. But you've got people like Musk that actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That kind of will just bait people, and it's just hilarious for like entertainment.
You love a comment though on Facebook.
I love it, man.
pages.
Yeah, I love having
so many times it'll be like
yeah.
some news website something, and then scroll down and be like Matthew Nolan.
Yeah. I love
What's
commenting.
he
on
said
it. It's
now?
just fun, man. Like I just love trolling people. I do.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a compulsive troller. But yeah, what I was gonna say is like you've got people like. I mean, I think the worst one for me, in my opinion, is like the non-believer. You know, that kind of person that is just everything that they see, it's got to be fake. You know, oh yeah, fuck. He's got a leg in that video. Yeah, it's fake. You know, oh the car exploded before he got to him. It's fake. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of person that's just a hater on absolutely everything they see on the internet. And it's like, let me have my wonder. You know what I mean? Sometimes if there's something there that may or may not have happened,
Yeah, don't ruin it.
don't ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah.
Don't just be a pessimistic, like sad cunt.
It's boring.
And it doesn't mean you're not a real. I'm a realist, but let some people have their fun. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. That sort of pisses me off a little bit. But
Yeah.
there's other people that have like they'll have a comment on Facebook or they'll have a comment on Twitter, and they'll be like, okay, so I'm just going to particularly try and bait these people, like Richmond supporters, good example, right? The Rance diving thing. He's a diver, he's doing this, he's diving. There's heaps of people that were like, putting pictures and gifs of like Olympic diving. They're just taking a piss. And these cunts walk right into it. He's like, but he's an All-Australian captain. What have you done? You're a nobody. Dude, can you see what's happening here?
Yeah.
Now, they obviously can't.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They're-
But
They have no idea.
that's what's
Yeah.
happening,
Yeah.
right?
But that's
And
why
it's
trolling
just
works.
Exactly.
100%. And, it's just fuel to the fire. But it's just,
Are you talking about Jack's comment? Like in that,
that was
whole
one of them.
message
Yeah,
stream?
JB, you read that?
That's
It's
funny,
hilarious,
man.
dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's one of just many millions that it's just gold, man. It's gold. But yeah, look, I don't know. I think the thing that really pisses me off is sometimes people that just will do it, but not in a funny way. They'll just do it to be super negative or bring people down or whatever. And the internet's a big voice for that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, there's no getting out of it. You've got that ninja commenter that'll just make a one-liner and be like, fuck, ruin someone's day. Ruin someone's day for it.
People love being contrarian. They love arguing, even if they may not believe it. They love standing up and getting a rise out of someone by saying climate change isn't man-made,
Right, exactly
or,
right.
fucking whatever
Yeah.
it might be. They love that feeling because I know why. They're getting attention.
Yeah.
It's fun to stir the pot, mate.
It is.
It's fun to stir the pot.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Whether you're right or wrong.
It is.
Yeah.
But at what yeah.
When does it become like too much though?
When is it a problem?
I guess when. Yeah. I mean, if you make it personal against someone, or if if you particularly find a sweet spot that might be really derogatory or racist, there's another aspect.
If it's
of it,
malicious,
right?
yeah.
You've got these people on Facebook that are like the casual racists. You know what I mean? That'll throw little comments in everywhere. And just that's not okay. You know what I mean? But they'll get away with it because it's on the internet, kind of thing. And they might get a little bit of hate and a bit of backlash for it, but it'll just keep happening. And I don't like that, man. That's not ideal.
Because I would say that, as you said last week, there's humour in everything. So, at what point do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's humour in racial stereotypes.
Yeah.
But there's a very...
I think when it's on serious topics, I think that's the key
Yeah.
thing. I think if the topic is serious,
Yeah.
like, whether it be, I don't know, like slavery or women's rights or activist, whatever it might be, there's going to be certain topics that you can't... I mean, people I know have made jokes about those sorts of things, but if it's on a particular aspect of that's being discussed in a serious way, then to kind of, to look at it negatively... and kind of be malicious about it, as you said before. I don't like that approach,
It's how you go about it. It's how you go about it.
It is interesting though, isn't it? It can be so... There is that subtlety in like that.
Absolutely. The delivery of it.
Yeah, it's all to do with tone and intent and you don't have to explicitly state that. We all just sort of pick up on it and get it.
Yeah.
Unless your wiring's a bit wrong.
And there's obviously people that feed off it as well, like comedians and people like that, that just make it their playground as well. But, I don't know. Yeah,
Dave Chappelle does a really good bit. Like, I wouldn't think that you could make slavery funny, because I'm a white guy that knows I know some stuff about it, but I don't know everything about it, right? And he has a whole bit that's just talking about slavery and it's about being in a time machine and going back and being when what was one of their first presidents?
Lincoln. Lincoln or Benjamin Franklin.
I don't know if he was never a president. George Washington.
The first one.
Well, I know he was one of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And he has this whole bit about that. How cool it would be. And he goes back in time with his white friend, and he's like, "Oh my god, see that, Dave? That's George Washington." He's like, "I see," and then he's like, "I would run away," And he talks about whipping and picking cotton and all this stuff, but he finds a way to make it funny. But that's because he's done his research, he's black, oath, and the way that he goes about it, he can make it funny,
Yeah, I think there's also something to be said for taking something really horrific, like the Holocaust, and kind of stripping the emotion away from it and just showing the absurdity of what that was. Humanity turning on itself and creating this industrialized, process for killing. So when you sort of strip away the emotion, you can sort of sit there and shake your head and have a laugh at it.
Yeah, you put it really well. Stripping away the absurdity is what comedians, I feel, try and do with a lot of these topics that are horrific,
make them lighthearted, man. They've got to make them lighthearted.
Like Ricky Gervais.
He's another one that does it.
A good example. I mean, there's so many of them. Bill Burr on hitting women, stuff like that. Where you're like, first you're like, ooh,
whoa. Is that the Rihanna?
Chris Brown.
I'm saying,
I need a tissue. Good. Do you keep those in the glove box?
I make more money than you, motherfucker.
You can feel the crowd when he starts talking about
like tense.
Withdrawal. And he's like, look how awkward it is. So he calls the crowd out on it, and then I love it. And it's a whole thing. But
even that Patrice O'Neill bit that
I didn't watch that again. But is it about
man?
When a white girl goes missing versus...
No, he was talking about like the girl, like he just had a crack at this chick on stage. First of all, it was about the fish thing, about how Obviously, the guy, like guys like to go fishing and they like to pick out girls, and like obviously, you know, they like to hit on girls, and it should be okay, you know, to kind of like, you know, slap them on the bum and stuff like that and call out their boobs and all this sort of shit in public. And he's obviously doing it as a joke.
Yeah.
But he's so crude with it that it makes it work, and he's really obvious and really clear that that's what he's doing. And because he's so brash, the audience, like, they just eat it up, man.
Yeah.
They eat it up, and it's
He's
old. It's
so
old school.
he's so
as well.
charismatic though. You can't help but be swept up.
Yeah,
Picturing you,
100%.
You fall in love with him.
Yeah, what does he say to the chick? He's like, look, if we worked in a workplace together,
Yeah,
right,
that's
I
right,
would
yeah.
like to be able to come up to you, and I don't know the scientific term for this, but say, you got nice titty meat.
Yeah.
You know, you got the meat that's in your titties.
It's nice.
It's nice,
You know, not the nipples, just the meat. Just the meat.
just
yeah.
that's
this
it,
part.
you know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's funny cunt. Yeah, if you can find footage of him and Bill Burr riffing, like having a go at each other,
Oh, right.
they're fucking great.
Okay.
It's just two of like the top comedians
Yeah.
tearing each other to shreds. It's great.
Fucking A.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Cool.
How's your week been?
Don't really remember it, to be
Really?
honest.
Okay, okay.
What have I done? I've just been here, man, just editing and shit.
Yeah.
I need to look at my calendar, really. I fucking forget things like that after I
Drop
do
it
that.
down.
Yeah.
Do you write lists?
I did a calendar
No.
last week.
Just write lists, man. Change your life.
I use my calendar
Calendar's good.
like religiously. I put everything I have to do in my calendar every single day, you know. But at least once I'm done with it, I throw it in the bin, you know. It doesn't help me remember what I've done prior.
Daily shit's
I
good
get
though.
it.
Like just actually physically writing out daily. what
Yeah,
you do.
okay.
I like doing that just really organically.
Yeah.
And then just ticking them off,
Yeah.
little ones.
Yeah.
Rather than the whole habit, because I've got obviously a Gmail calendar, but then that'll just get swept up and be everything sometimes. Where I just need to focus on 5 things
Yeah, right.
rather than 100.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I
that's
mean?
I do the same thing.
It's a little bit easier.
Dumb shit like grocery shopping,
Yeah,
clean,
basics.
washing, stupid shit like that.
Reminders.
Just so I can tick them off.
World Cup started this week.
It did start this week.
Brings out the best in people, I think, the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, you
It
look
was
around
fun,
at countries like...
Yeah.
I saw last night, when obviously the soccer was on, at poker, a little grab of, like, the Danish supporters, because Denmark won their first game against... can't remember who it was, Nigeria or something. Anyway, and their supporters were so in unison that before the game they were in this massive stand area. I think it was in Denmark. They obviously, you know, there was Danish supporters at the World Cup, but they moved across to it, and all of them were in unison doing this like clapping like thing, like celebration.
Yeah.
And it was fucked up to see, man. It was like 20,000 of them just going like this and like singing at the same time.
Yeah.
Is that like
Some
is it
Danish,
like a
like-
Vikings thing?
Yeah, it was
I
like a
swear,
Viking thing, man.
They have
That's
like
dope.
a
Yeah.
Viking song thing.
Yeah.
And it
they
was such a
Yeah.
tribal fucking
Yeah,
warrior. I was
man.
like, that's
The war cry,
sick,
yeah.
man. Like whether
Yeah.
it's sport, whether it's
Yeah.
whatever it is, but I just figured the World Cup is like one of these events that
Yeah.
just, it makes people crazy, man,
heart
for
is
their
that
country.
same
you know,
sort
the heart just like beats out of their chest for their country,
Yeah.
and then they're just like, fucking,
Yeah.
I
I
love
would
that
love
shit.
to go. Next
Same.
World Cup, I
Same.
want to go.
yeah, it'd be
Go.
cool, man.
It's in America though.
Is
It's
it?
kind of shit.
Is the next World Cup in the US? Is it?
I think it's North America.
That'd
America's fun though,
that'd be,
dude.
that'd be cool.
America's fun, but it'd be cool to go somewhere in like
Yeah.
Europe.
At least the US will
You know,
qualify this time.
Yeah,
Spuds.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I just thought that was really cool, man. And even the Aussie supporters last night, like
There was a lot of yellow in that crowd.
heaps, man.
Yeah.
Heaps.
Yeah.
There was a cunt, the sports bet dude, like today. He put a live video up on the sports bet Facebook page of when Australia scored the penalty. So he was like videoing in the crowd, and when the penalty like was scored, the whole fucking crowd just like when it like
Yeah.
goes up.
Yeah.
It was really cool to watch.
Fucking
Because he was
A.
like in the guts and just like and you
Yeah,
could hear
yeah,
everything like live. Really cool.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, there's definitely a passion there that it
Doesn't happen across any other sport.
in AFL.
man.
Like
it's not in
Nah.
any sport. man.
because you get swept up in that nationalism.
Yeah.
There's something cool about countries playing each other.
Yeah.
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 I think it is. It's not understated that it is actually the world game.
Oh,
They call it the world game, but
definitely.
obviously
Yeah.
football is played everywhere.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that we can have as a society one particular sport and then everyone kind of gravitates
Yeah,
towards.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of cool.
yeah.
I wish it was
pretty
bigger
romantic.
in Australia.
It's massive here though, dude. We just
Yeah.
don't have the history. That's all.
True.
But it's massive now.
Yeah.
You know, and it has been since we re-qualified for the World Cup in 2006.
Well, it feels like every World Cup,
Last 12 years.
it steps up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back home.
Yeah. Like there's more. I read a stat the other day, there's more kids on average playing football than Aussie rules at school.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's close, but it's like it used to be heaps in favour of the AFL, and now it's getting back to football.
Right.
But I think that coincides with parents being worried about injuries. Obviously, footy's a more contact sport than soccer. You know, I think that plays a big part. You know, that kind of social aspect of it. It's like parents are worried that their kids might get hurt or whatever. I think that's real. I think people maybe not take them out of the sport completely, but that's is why the AFL's had a massive focus on head injuries and head contact, and that's why it's steeped into the rules now. And when you watch a game, it's completely different to when it was in the 90s. When cunts were fucking
Biffin, mate. Biffin.
There's YouTube videos are so great, man.
I love those compilations.
They're sick, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
massive hip and shoulders. Like footy in the 90s, completely different game.
Yeah.
It's what it is now.
It
20 years
still
ago.
rears its head. You still have
It does,
kids like
absolutely.
Mumford,
100%.
You know,
It does. It does.
Lloydie, Line
It
in the
does.
Sand, classic.
Absolutely, it does.
Every season there might be like
100%. The difference is back
massive
then,
hit.
you wouldn't have even got a free kick for it.
No.
Now,
Yeah,
if something
yeah.
like that happens, you're out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
So players don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, I hope it doesn't stop kids playing sport, obviously, but it may have a little impact if they do.
Well, I don't know much about soccer and sport.
That's all right, man. It's
Shit
not
like
your
that.
thing,
No,
man.
I'm just listening.
It's
you know,
all
I'm just
good, man.
absorbing it all in.
It's
you
good.
know.
It is. But it's changed a lot, man. The beast that is, you know, AFL particularly has changed heaps.
Oh, I know. I remember like
15
watching
to 20
games
years.
back then and seeing
Very
how different it
different.
is now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a much
mate.
faster game.
Very,
It's much
very
more
different.
technical now.
much more precise.
yeah.
The technical skills have definitely kicked up.
Oh, the speed, like they draft athletes now, man.
Yeah.
Like they don't even. I mean, they're footballers, obviously, but they it's almost like they're athletes first and footballers second, because they've got to be, you know, 6'3". They've got to run all day. They're crazy athletes. But yeah,
Did you ever get into ice hockey or hockey?
you know what? I have a problem with ice hockey, right? When I watch ice hockey, I can never see the puck.
Yeah.
That shits
No.
me, bro.
Yeah.
I've got 20/20 vision. I can't see a fucking puck. What's the point of watching the game? Now that might sound ignorant,
Punch-ons.
True.
but I've got to be able
You
to
get
see
better at
it,
it,
man.
surely. Though.
Yeah,
You
probably.
get,
I
like,
probably
if
don't
you,
watch enough.
If you
of
grew
it.
up watching it,
I had this conversation with
trained
Lolo.
to
Do you remember
see it.
Laura Locke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this conversation with her. She's a nutcase for hockey. Loves it.
Canadian.
Of course, yeah. Vancouver Canucks, man. Like, come see the game. I was like, yeah, sick. We went to an ice hockey game at Melbourne. What's it called? Help me out. That fucking...
The ice rink and
The ice rink.
Docklands.
Yeah. Some whatever. Medibank thing.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Like, it was really cool there. Because you're in the rink, you can see the puck, like,
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah.
On TV, though, fuck, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm lost. I don't know what's
They're
happening.
quick.
You know, they're so quick, dude.
Yeah.
Why, do you get into it? Or have you...
I don't know. I reckon it would be a sport that I could get into.
Yeah.
But
I've never tried.
I
to
don't
get
know
into
how
it,
to watch it or come across it. I suppose, is it on Foxtel?
Yeah, it's. I mean,
would
it's
imagine
not.
so,
It's
yeah.
not.
Surely.
I mean, it's not a common sport to watch.
You can find all that shit though on the internet.
Yeah.
It's all
True. I'm
available.
just not. Yeah.
100%.
You know, when I say I want to watch it, if I come across it by happenstance,
Yeah.
then great.
Well, what I've been trying to do recently, because
I'm gonna hunt it out.
I like the UFC, right? I like watching
I love
dudes
the UFC,
fight each
dude.
other, like
Yeah.
watching
UFC's
chicks
sick.
fight each other.
Yeah, the
I'm
UFC's
really
sick.
into it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like never know when the events are on. Like I haven't followed
Yeah.
it since
Yeah.
you know probably about 10 years ago
Yeah.
was when I was actually
Same.
following it proper. And then I went on the website. I'm like, surely there's a way to like see the schedule, have just a quick
Yep.
link that I can go on and see the schedule whenever it's available. Now they have this thing. It's like, would you like to add our roster to your calendar?
Yeah.
So you click one button, and then every single UFC event and fight night just like is an
That's
event in
sick.
your Google calendar
that's sick.
Yeah.
with a different color than all of your other events.
That's awesome.
So I just send you a reminder the day before and then the day of, and it's like the event's on now. You
Sick.
know?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So you can plan a night out.
I'm
You can go watch
fucking-
it.
that's
Fucking
awesome.
A.
Yeah.
Dude, the boys like Tommy and Liam Brown, man, they fucking
they're
watch it
obsessed
all the
with
time.
Yeah,
man.
really?
They
Yeah,
even
they
go
go
to
to
the
the city
fucking
and
shit.
watch it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
They love
Fucking
it. They
A.
love it, dude.
Yeah.
We go to the Lion, fucking
Yeah.
have beers and shit. Mind you, I haven't been for a while, but they still do it all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, they love it.
It's fun, man, to watch like that. The thing I love about the UFC is the different styles of fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the jiu-jitsu with shit on the ground,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you've got like the pure boxes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
the
yeah,
kickbox,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
sick.
yeah.
Hey, you can just do anything, dude.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
Yeah, dude. I like the karate fighters. Out of all the styles of
True.
stand-up, I like the
Yeah.
dudes that do karate and like real
Yeah.
proper technical stand-up game
Yeah.
because it's so different than all the other shit that
Yeah.
you see. Like they're very defensive in the
Yeah.
way they're like counter striking and shit like that.
The only exposure I've had to it, obviously through the boys, but Joe Rogan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah.
Through the podcast. But I get the impression that it's more like ground game that will win matches. Like if you're really good at
like, yeah,
Well,
jiu-jitsu and you get them to the ground.
yeah, but so what? Okay, at the dawn of the UFC, right? When people were like, "I'm Steve, and I've got Steve Karate," and like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever their name plus style, you know.
Yeah.
And people had, like, there was no weight classes, all this shit, right? And everyone was just doing whatever they wanted. The only people that were crushing everyone constantly was jiu-jitsu, right? Hoist Gracie. Is the main guy. And that was the case for ages. So, like, ground game was always the winner. So, wrestlers and jiu-jitsu were always going to the finals and winning. Yeah.
Okay.
But then what's happened over time is that, you know, when it's become more of actual mixed martial arts, people have learnt to incorporate a decent amount of ground game so that then they can stay standing and focus on their stand-up fight. So you'll see professional matches all the time where you'll have a jiu-jitsu guy versing a stand-up guy,
like a boxer,
and they'll box the whole time because like the guy is able to keep him on his feet, you know?
Yeah.
And then the vice versa as well.
And
happens.
conversely, you'll see matches and matches where guys are literally just lying on the ground. Waiting for people to come down. Bring it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, no. Because you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
And they know that. Yeah, it's fucked, man. Like, BJ Penn was a master at that.
BJ
as well.
Penn, yeah.
He's a fucking jet.
Bald Asian guy.
I love that cunt, man.
Yeah.
He was so good to watch fighting.
Yeah, have you seen that clip of him licking his bloody gloves?
Yeah,
at the end of his fight?
yeah. What a demon, man.
Fucking animal.
So scary, man.
Yeah, fuck
Such
that.
a scary cunt.
BJ Penn, So why I recently want to get into it tons is like I only just learned about this cunt. His name's something Whitaker. Like I was watching, it was on my Instagram because I follow a couple fighting things on Instagram. And it was just like him versus Yoel Romero, and I think it's the middleweight class or the one above that. And Yoel Romero is like a hectically big, muscly black guy that's just been crushing everyone. He was the champion.
Yeah.
And then I see at the start of the fight, it's a white dude, and he's going to G himself up, and he's pounding on his chest like this. And there's a Southern Cross tattooed on his chest. I'm like, is that fucking cunt Australian? Who is this guy?
What?
And then I see that he won to a decision. Like, and this is a real recent fight. So now, the world champion in the UFC of the middleweight division is an Aussie bloke.
No way.
Last name Whitaker. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, I think I might have heard of him. I think Whitaker, it rings a bell.
Something
Do you know his
Whitaker.
first name?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. But it's like,
sick.
look at his stats. He's fucking out. He's
That's
27.
sick,
He's 27 years old. Cunt's just destroying people in the
That's
UFC.
insane, man.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Fuck, you could not pay me enough money to get in a ring with any of those cunts.
No way.
They're mental, man.
like-
They're mental. Yeah.
Obviously, they're very skillful, but they're fucking crazy.
They're hectic.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What a crazy way to earn your living.
Yeah.
Is to beat people up or be beaten up.
Yeah.
Depending on when
But
you
I
get
guess
shit
that's the
together.
thing, man. That sort of industry, it's just a complete lifestyle. Like
Totally.
they have to dedicate their entire lives to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just running the mill.
But I mean,
Numbers.
you could say
Making up
that
the
about
numbers.
any athlete, like any sporting person. You could say that
Professional athlete,
your entire world is that
Yeah.
pursuit. But with something like UFC or MMA, or it's just such an immediate physical consequence if you don't perform. Like if you don't perform in AFL, you might walk off the field with your head hung low. If you don't perform in the UFC, your face gets beaten to a fucking pulp. You know what I mean?
The
Like, it's such
consequences
an
are a lot
immediate
more dire.
consequence.
The consequences are a lot worse.
Like it's
Right. It's too scary for me.
Mind you, I mean, you see when you see footy players get compound fractures of the leg and like fucked up injuries. That
I'm not saying that
That's-
there aren't. Like
there's some pretty
obviously
fucked up consequences.
physical-
But I get what you mean.
Yeah, dangerous.
They're less regular.
Yeah, but you're not going into every football match going, oh, compound fracture's coming at me. You know, if I
True.
don't make it, you know.
True. That's very true. Do you still think that I was thinking about this the other day? You still think they use like really unorthodox training methods for things like UFC and boxing and things like that? I'm just thinking. The reason I ask is I'm thinking about like, you know, the old school back in the day, like even Rocky and shit like that, where they had the old school training methods of like beating the meat and fucking like running up steps and all that sort of shit.
I think yes, of course they do. Like the only example I can give you is like he was the sickest cunt in Pride. So Pride was like the European UFC, and it was more brutal. It was done in a boxing ring, kickboxing ring, and you could fucking soccer kick people when they were on the floor, and all like real brutal rules that aren't in the UFC. But the safety of the fighters were in Pride, so it was like awesome to watch, but
Yeah,
deadly
yeah.
for the fighters, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, and so this guy who was like dominating the late 90s and most of the early 2000s, Fedor Emelianenko or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Russian guy.
Yeah.
Average rig, bald guy,
Yeah.
just very unassuming
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
dude, but
Yeah.
like steel in his veins,
Yeah,
man.
right.
He used to fuck up everybody, right? And I just remember seeing, like, you know, the typical training camps would be someone in a gym doing stuff, lifting weights,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, yeah.
and all this shit.
Yeah,
And then
he'd
you've
be
got
fucking-
then you've got a video of him in his training camp, and he's literally in Siberia, right? Like, he's out in the snow. He's out in the snow, just in his jocks, right?
Yeah.
Wim Hof.
And he's got a fucking sledgehammer, yeah? He's got a sledgehammer, and he's doing, like, the sledgehammer into, like, a big tractor wheel. Like, he's
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
that thing, right? And he'll do a bunch of them, and then he'll put it down. Like, you know when you do that drunken spinny game where you put a stick in
Yeah.
front of your head and then you
Yeah.
spin around a bunch,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He'd
yeah.
do that,
Yeah.
and then get out of it like he'd been rocked, and then he'd be, like, back to defending again,
Yeah.
and then he'd jump in the snow, and then he'd just rinse and repeat this snow training, you know? But
So, yeah, okay.
so that's probably why he was
Beast.
fucking.
That's probably why he was the best. man.
Besides that, though,
Well, did you hear about? We were talking last night, watching the footy about Adelaide
Yeah.
Crows. And did you hear about what happened at their pre-season camp?
I heard a little bit about it, but fill me back
So,
in. What did
so
they-
the boys are saying, I have not researched this at all, so it could be a total lie. But apparently
apparently you've done it again, mate.
Apparently.
Apparently so.
Apparently.
Apparently.
They went on this end of season or pre-season camp,
yeah.
and obviously they lost to Richmond in the grand final.
Yeah.
So there's this huge psychological kind of hurdle they wanted to get over.
They did a self-discovery camp or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
that's
So one of the things that they did was they would blindfold all the players,
Yeah.
and then sit them down and yeah, you're right.
Are we still? Yeah, we're still
good?
getting feeds. Yeah.
Did you knock the cable?
I just pulled the fucking
that's
headphones out of the mic. Yep.
All right. So they would blindfold all the players and then play the Richmond theme song on repeat for like 6
What?
hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and like to
Really?
to like I don't know, to fucking create some psychological.
Animosity.
I don't know. Obviously,
What
some
the
psychiatrist or psychologist has said this is a great way to
Yeah,
develop.
right.
You know, who God knows what they were
Fuck,
trying to accomplish.
I didn't know the details behind that. That's fucked up.
Yeah. How weird is that? It's
That's
like a
very
weird
bizarre.
like
That's
SAS
like really
training.
Yeah.
punishing. Like, but
Yeah.
Full on.
and look, they've had injuries, but they're doing shit house this year. So
Well-
it clearly didn't work.
Well, apparently,
You've done it now. You've done it. He's on. He's on. We're on, people, and we're on. This is the name of this show. Apparently. Yeah, this is the episode. The apparently episode.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
doesn't matter.
So
what the fuck was I saying?
No, you were
The
saying
team,
that the
this
team, they obviously,
Adelaide-
it didn't work for them.
Cultural problems. No one wants to be there
yeah,
now.
Yeah. There's a lot of issues at the
apparently.
club. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made him reveal all this personal shit,
Yeah.
and now Eddie Betts wants to leave
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah, Mitch McGovern wants out. Potentially. Yeah, it's
weird.
gone to a bit
They,
of a crisis.
Fuck.
Sounds
Yeah.
like they fucked up a bit. But yeah,
That weird process sounds like I don't know if they do it anymore, but like before it was revealed, like all the shit that they were doing in Guantanamo Bay.
yeah,
Have you guys heard about that or read about that? Like
sleep deprivation and shit like that.
all these torture techniques,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
back
Yep.
in like the Iraq War from like, you know, late 90s, early
Yep.
2000s sort of era.
Yep.
And like the one that I remember hearing about was they'd get they'd have people squat in a room, right, and like chained to their ankles like this with a hood on their head, and they just blast death metal for hours, like
Yeah, right,
music,
okay.
like real harsh,
Yeah,
blah blah
yeah,
blah blah
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah. They weren't questioning them, you know,
No.
but they would just do it to like
Just to
Yeah,
break
okay.
them, and
just to break them
soften
and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
There's a show called SAS Selection, Who Dares Wins or something on SBS
Yep.
a year ago. Basically, they got like 12 ordinary guys, each with kind of a rough past. They've been like drug addicts, or they've been in prison. They're
Yep.
wanting to make a change, and they took them through the SAS training. So they had ex-SAS guys, and they took them through the whole regime. And then it was, you know, you can tap out if you want, but you're a bitch if you did. And, you know, the whole thing was trying to make it to the end
Yeah.
and make something of yourself. And the most intense portion of this TV show was when they were doing interrogation training. So every, just
Yeah, that
randomly,
would be fucked.
randomly, middle of the night, middle of the day, they would grab a guy, whack a hood over his head, bring him into a thing, cuff him, and the guy's interviewing him and trying to break him. and asking him like really personal questions and like just trying to
Psychological,
psychologically
yeah.
fuck with his head.
Yeah.
And then just as he's sort of getting that, hood him again and bring him back out and just randomly. And there was a scene where they were doing that. So they made them sit cross-legged on the floor and straight back. And then they all had headphones on. And through the headphones, they piped a baby crying, like screaming crying. And a woman crying as well. Like really torturous sounds. And if they slumped at all, the guy would come back and whack him in the back, so they had to sit up straight. And it was like whoever lasted the longest. Yeah. You know, and if you broke, then you broke.
So was slumping signifying them
breaking to the enemy's you know, methods or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And that's like light shit that they would let us see on TV.
Yeah.
I wonder
you don't
what
know
they
what
make
they do
them
behind
go
closed
through.
doors.
It'd be so hectic.
Yeah. I watched a video yesterday of an American general talking through a battle for Mosul in Iraq between ISIS and the Iraqi army.
Yep.
It was fucking fascinating. He just had like a whiteboard and he was just talking about like the layout of the city and what forces were where and what was going on and apparently
There it is.
fucked me. You
There it is. Totally.
Oh boy!
Oh, we've got a can of worms.
Yeah.
Well and truly open.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Yep.
Tensing
Try
up
again.
now.
Take two.
All right. Let's start again. So apparently, ISIS would get drones and tie grenades to the bottom and send them out towards people, and it wouldn't have any effect. It was just to psychologically fuck with them.
Right.
If they were constantly being rained with grenades that weren't really affecting them, like they weren't killing anyone.
Yeah.
But he was like, you know, after 3 days of that, you start to break.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting how he was talking about like what the Iraqis were doing wrong and how that would affect ISIS, and so much goes into it, man.
Nuts.
It's so complicated.
Oh man. I just like drone, like DJI Mavic, like DJI Phantoms and all that stuff. I'm just it's like the new DJI Mavic Pro 2, made like used by ISIS, and it's like the advert is him with the
Grenades sold separately.
tracking functions, like low flying capabilities, drop capabilities.
Hold all of your weapons of mass destruction in one place.
So weird.
Yeah, dude. It's trippy how, like, they've already done it. I've seen it done, but how they weaponize things that are originally used for training purposes, educational purposes,
Absolutely.
videography, whatever it is, and then they just turn them immediately into weapons, usually the Americans.
Yeah.
But they've already done that with drones now that have, like, facial tracking software inbuilt in them, and they're just like, meep, and they've got Gatling guns, and then they fucking... They'll just shoot you in an apartment building. Like,
Zap.
yeah.
See you later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary, dude.
It's just scary how much money goes into it, man. Like,
Oh my God.
There's so much cash in it. There's just every day there's a new fucking, hectic weapon out there that's doing heaps of damage. And it's like, fuck, man. Like, I get that anyone can kill anyone at any point.
Yeah.
Because they got as much money to do it with.
And that's
all
the
these
shit.
unlimited resources, governments like the American government spending billions of dollars on military.
Yeah.
What do you expect? They're obviously going to have like amazing weapons.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck, like spend some of the money somewhere else.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, fucking
Just
A.
some of
Yeah.
it, dude. Just a little bit of it. But yeah,
It's depressing.
like that thing you sent the other day about that propaganda video, Trump and Kim
Oh,
Jong-un.
yeah,
Oh my god.
What was that about,
I couldn't
dude?
watch
Did you
that.
did you watch that?
No, I couldn't, 'cause
man.
it was a
that was so
paywall.
fucked up.
So
man.
Dan
Like,
did just send this to me, right? And he goes, check this out, right? And so the article basically reads, reporters thought this was North Korean propaganda, and this was in Singapore when they were having their summit, and they played it before, or I think it was before, Trump came out and gave an address about something. And all the reporters thought it was North Korean propaganda, but it was actually a video commissioned by the White House, right? And they've created a fake production company called like Defender
Happiness fucking
something
whatever it is.
Pictures, right?
Yeah.
And it basically it reads and sounds and acts out like a movie trailer for a film coming out this summer.
Yeah.
And it's like the vernacular that's used in it's like one man can change the world, and it's like it's up to him to divert the course of history.
What will he choose? Despair, or will he choose freedom?
Yeah. So they
Talking about Trump.
They paint Trump in this really positive light, like he's this superhero essentially. Like he's
the only one that was tried to mend the wars.
The only one that's capable. Blah 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 blah. And then they start talking about Kim Jong-un and saying like he's got two options, one leading to prosperity and da 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 da. And they've got
they showed pictures of North Korean kids and
like
shit.
having a good time and all this shit. And it's like, and then the other option, no one wants the other option, sort of thing. They don't say that exactly, but it's, it's like a threat.
To that effect.
But it's not. It's all these things all mashed up into one, and it's very. The thing that really got me was it's super repetitious in the language that it uses, and like saying the same phrases over and over again. It feels like a mind control video,
right?
For both sides.
There's so much subliminal messaging and direct messaging,
dude. Really. It's and like the cuts, the shots that they use over certain words, and blah blah blah, and the split screens and all this shit, and like the video goes on, and then Trump's like, it's a lovely video, like it's a really good. I don't know his voice. I showed it to Kim, and his people thought it was a really good video.
He liked it. Shut up.
But real hectic stuff, and the more, because I follow him on Twitter, and like now that I'm on Twitter, like a shitload of people that I follow are into politics, and they talk about this stuff, and the more and more that I read on the internet, the more I see on Twitter and blah 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 and all this shit, it's literally all the stuff that's happening over the last couple of years. It's like a precursor for Nazi Germany in terms of the rhetoric that's being used, the things that are happening, like the people being ripped away from their families at the border, all the shit that's happening. It's like he's building a dictatorship,
Yeah, it's really weird. A lot of people have pointed out the similarities between the two sort of decades of like, the last 5 years and the first years of like, the 30s. Yeah, super scary. It's scary that people kind of look at something like the Nazi regime and will go, never again. Literally is the catchphrase of the Holocaust is like, never again. And it's like, well, okay, but that means having your finger on the fucking pulse. And so if you start to see the warning signs, you can, put them out.
The bizarre thing for me about that was the fact that there was a sense of believability about it from everyone that was there.
The video.
Like the people that were around, because the reporters, after reading the article, were so confused. They were like, hang on, is this a propaganda video or is this coming from America? They didn't even know. And then obviously it became clear towards the end of it that it was. But everyone just kind of accepted it. But there was a lot of backlash on Twitter and whatnot about it being this is a crock of shit. Like obviously it's doctored up to make it look real. It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Hectic, man.
So
it'd be naive though for us to be shocked that our government would try to propagandize towards us.
Well, the thing that I agree,
it's just so blatant.
It's so blatant.
That's the thing that's really concerning, is that it's there, it's right in your face. We're not even trying to hide it. No. Like this is what you should believe. This is what we're doing,
One thing that I did think about when I watched it was like Trump. I don't think he's had as much influence on this video as you think. I reckon it was probably made by a team behind him, right? That are thinking, okay, how can we reach this cunt? I know, we'll try and be like him with that propaganda way of doing things and all that sort of shit, and try and speak in his language. It sounds pretty fucked up, but that's I think how they might have thought to connect in a fucked up way with the guy. I don't think they pulled it off, but it's I don't think to give him the credit for it. Like, he's just a puppet, man.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, like, you still have control over these things. Like, he would have seen the video before it got played. He would have, given the final call to say, yes, this is the thing that I want to use,
But you can't be shocked that he would give that the green light.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all.
Yeah.
It's just, we live in scary times, man.
How's China with their, like, essentially a citizen rating system? Have you read up on this?
Yeah. Their social credit. Is it social
credit? Something like that.
Star rate? I don't know.
Like you earn points by being a good citizen, doing good deeds, and being a good contributor to society. And if you don't do those things, then you can be
travel bans,
blocked on flights and trains and all that
shit like
stuff.
that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
how else do you control 2 billion people?
I don't know, like, because I don't want to jump onto that tangent real quick, but the thought process, like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I like where their head's at. You know, I feel that people should be accountable for their actions. I just don't think that it should be so kind of forced.
The problem is though is that who's dictating what is good and bad behaviour.
Right, exactly.
So you have a government where the president has just removed term limits.
Yeah.
Right.
What's his name?
Xi Jinping or something?
Yeah.
Not sure if I'm hitting the tonality.
Right.
But he's just removed term limits.
Yeah.
So he could effectively be in office for the rest of his life.
Exactly, yeah.
And
Is
then
this the Chinese
and then
government?
with the other
Sort of,
hand,
yeah.
and then with the other hand, he's bringing in this social rating system where you're essentially being rated as a citizen. I don't know, man. It's very 1984.
100%.
Very Black Mirror.
Yes. There's a whole episode on that with the swiping and shit.
Yeah, man.
The whatever.
The
Fuck,
4 stars and
That
shit.
chick fucking loses it at the end, man. I
Yeah.
thought that she was going to come back, but
that's...
ooh, she goes downhill. It's probably the worst episode in the whole series.
You didn't like that
I
episode?
hated it.
Really?
Really?
I loved it.
I thought that it was so out of tone with
Wow.
the rest of the show. I thought it was just so far removed from... It's the first American episode. That was a big thing.
Right.
Like, with American cast, American voices, American styling.
Yeah.
The colour palette was real different. The mood, everything about it didn't feel Black Mirror to me until the very, very end.
I
I need to watch it again though, I think, but I didn't.
Which episode? The one in the first season?
First episode of season 3.
Oh,
It's
season
about the
3.
social ratings,
Yeah.
where they used to I brought you the coffee today.
Oh,
It's
I like that one. I didn't
Hey
like that
Nolan,
one.
how you?
Yeah,
Good,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Everyone's like,
You
super
didn't like
cheerful.
that?
I
Okay.
reckon
I
it was
thought
weak.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
I
really
didn't mind
interesting
it.
glimpse into
Yeah.
a potential.
I think I
Because they're
agree.
just pulling the thread.
Yeah.
Like, they're just.
Definitely. I just thought it was a little... I don't think I'm using the word derivative right, but it was kind of like... The concept was there, yeah? Love that the concept was
Yeah.
there, but then they strung it out, right? They strung it out, and they could have done other shit with it, but
Yeah.
it was like, here's the idea that we're pushing.
Yeah,
Here's what our life is like now.
Yeah.
This is what the future could be like for us. It was
Yeah.
all like... There's our message that we're trying to
Yeah,
convey in
okay.
this episode. It
Yeah.
was too...
There was no subtleties.
There was no subtlety
yeah,
at all.
yeah, I see what you
whereas,
mean.
like, a lot of the other episodes, you're left pondering,
What's
like,
gonna happen?
you know,
Yeah,
what could be happening,
Yeah.
what are the repercussions, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Whereas that was like, this is the box that we're giving you. That's where it exists. That's how I felt.
That's a
anyway.
fair,
Yeah.
fair point.
Yeah.
It's a sick show.
Best episodes from that. I love Series 3.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Yeah.
I love the virtual reality horror game.
Yeah,
that was into the house.
That was
and it's
sick.
in like 0.30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Oh, the dating app one, where it turns out because spoilers.
I haven't seen all of it. Is this season 3?
Where they have to go into this like simulated sort of world, and you have an app on your phone that says you've got a new match, and then you go and have a date with the match, and you have a certain amount of time together.
Yep.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't think I've
It's
seen
really,
that one
really
either.
good.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a countdown, and the whole thing is like, well, could you be the one? And if so, then we're together forever, and we found our perfect match. Because
if they choose them,
basically the system learns, like it's an AI system that learns from your dates who your perfect and ideal match is. And so the more dates you go on, the more likely you are to find your ideal partner.
Dude, that's what we were talking about in
Google
like
Assistant.
episode 2. Remember
Google
that?
Assistant.
Remember?
The
Yeah.
predictive nature of personality.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is it also tells you how long you have with that person. So what happens if you which happens in the episode, is this woman meets a guy and really connects with him, and they fall in love. But their thing says like 180 days.
That's it.
And
Well, it's a whirlwind romance.
And then you have to leave that person and go on the next date. And you will
So-
never see that person again because you're not a perfect match.
So is it predictive? Like it's saying 180 days based on something happening, or is it something different?
Yes. So as soon as she checks it, it goes down. Because
Then she
she's
knows
checked
that there's
it.
a final...
And she knows.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
your
yeah.
behaviour dictates the thing as
Okay.
well. It's
Right.
a fucking great episode.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And
Interesting.
it it goes really left of field, but definitely watch it.
Okay.
Worth watching.
Yeah, fucking A.
It's cool.
Yeah, I got to catch up. I think I've got like...
I've just watched scattered episodes, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't
Well,
watched it
you-
all in order.
linear,
I mean, you don't
Can
have
do
to,
that.
but
Yeah.
that's why I haven't watched like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so this fucking... You know the very first episode of the show, right? Where the Prime Minister has to fuck
I
the
haven't
pig.
seen that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
I don't know if
but
I-
I know the outcome and stuff.
Basically, the premise is these kidnappers get like the daughter of the Duchess of fucking England or some shit, like royal blood,
Duchess
you
of
know,
England.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Some
Monarchy, some shit.
some fucking chick, you know, that's
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And these guys are like, oh, you know, fucking the only way that we're gonna release her is if the Prime Minister gets on TV and fucks this pig, like live.
I like him already.
Live.
yeah.
And they go through all these options to get him out of it and get a stunt double and blah, 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 and none of it works. So it gets to the point where he actually has to fuck this pig, and he just goes at it for so long, right? So long. But everyone's seen, and like it's all based on this rating scale that then comes into play. Like, I won't get too much into it, right? But that's what happens in the episode, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I read about this recently. I was watching the Big Fat Quiz at Everything, right?
Yeah.
From a couple of years ago. And now I don't know which happened first, but it actually came out, like, in England, that there was a story in the
David
news
Cameron. Yeah.
getting a blowjob
Yeah.
from a pig.
Well, it
Or
was a dead pig, so he put his dick in the pig's mouth as
Pig-
almost like a hazing ritual
hazing thing.
kind of.
Yeah. Like upper echelon,
Yeah,
social,
like very toffee sort of.
private
fuck?
thing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like face fucking this
For
pig.
Yeah.
for what? Like why?
Well, like an initiation, I would imagine, to get into some
Initiation.
special club or something, you
Oh
know.
god.
Like,
Stonecutters or something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's hectic.
So I want to go back and
attach the pig of triumph.
Yeah,
Fucking
it was
hell,
weird that
right.
that really happened.
yeah, I want to see what.
not really.
That's so weird.
What happened
but this was
first, though?
after the
this
episode.
was-
Or was the episode?
I don't know where,
that a
like, what the
problem?
timeline is.
Well, technically, David Cameron's like the event happened prior to Black Mirror, but it came out after Black Mirror.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. So they were on the money. They didn't even know they were on the money.
Maybe they did.
Yeah.
You never know.
Um,
Have you boys watched Happy at all?
we spoke about this last week.
Did we?
The
Yes.
doco.
Yes.
He has.
No, not the doco.
Oh.
Oh, what?
There's a okay, so you haven't. So there's a TV show on Netflix that's come out.
Right.
It's fucking weird and twisted and dark, and both of you would really, really like
Sign
it.
me up.
Happy.
It's this alcoholic, drug addict, fucking disheveled, filthy cop that's been forced to leave the service.
Yeah.
Basically operating as a hired gun.
Yeah.
A child gets kidnapped, and her imaginary friend finds this cop and enlists his help to save the kid. So it's like half. Well, it is filmed like real life.
Yeah.
So it's live action, but then you've got this animated imaginary friend voiced by Patton Oswalt. It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
But it's like super dark.
Yeah.
Super dark.
Yeah. Is it funny? Like,
Yeah,
it's
is
a
it
dark
funny?
comedy? Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Fucking
sick.
A.
Like,
yeah.
I want to. Yeah, no, I won't.
Cool.
Don't say anymore, because
Dark
it sounds like
shit
something that I'd
happens,
actually
man.
like.
Is it
yeah.
one? Is it just one series? Like a series?
So far, there's just one season.
Yeah, sick.
I'm only like 4 episodes in.
That's awesome.
Sick.
But yeah, there's some shit that happens and you're just like, I can't believe I just watched that.
Right. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's good.
What's it called? Happy.
Happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm watching Arrested Development for the first time.
I've never.
Right now.
I've
Yeah.
never seen. Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's
either.
so
You've
good.
never seen it?
It is so
Dude.
good. Yeah.
I'm so jealous you've never seen it.
Yeah. I've seen like the first 3 episodes about 3 times throughout my life, like
Yeah.
since it came out, and now I'm actually sitting down and watching it start to
Because it's
finish.
the running gags like throughout the show that
Yeah.
make it amazing.
Yeah, it's good, dude.
Oh
It's
my god,
very
it's
good.
one of the best shows.
What
So fucking
what
funny.
are you up to? How much have you watched? Because I haven't really. I've watched like the first 2 episodes and I haven't watched it either.
Like episode 21 of
Oh,
season 1.
sick! All right, cool.
Yeah.
Smashing through
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Just
okay.
get
They
through
little
it,
just 20-minuters, are they?
Yeah.
Cool.
Short and sweet, you know.
Yeah,
Short and
sick,
sweet.
sick.
Have you come across Job's honey business yet? His bee business?
No, no, Joe Bunny business, unfortunately, but I'm sure it's coming up. He's good, man.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favourites in the show, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many seasons is it?
5.
5 seasons. Okay.
But the 5th one was really delayed, so they made the first 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And then the show finished, and then they released it. They announced that they were going to do a 5th season, but because of casting commitments for the cast, they couldn't film everybody concurrently, so they had to film. They did it as in like each episode would focus on a separate character.
Yeah.
Which, if you've watched the show, is
Doesn't
terrible
work,
because
the
charm of the show is in how all the
Family
characters
dynamics.
interact.
Synergy,
Dynamics
yeah.
between the family.
Yeah.
So the 5th season was a total failure.
Right.
And even the creators and the writers have come out and basically apologised and said,
Really?
no, we fucked up, so they're going to do another one.
Right.
Really? Like
think-
another season 5, or
I could be making that up.
just
But
a new
I'm
season?
pretty sure that they're doing a season 6
Yeah.
to make up for the
Sick.
last one.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah, very, very funny. It kind of reminds me of what you were saying about Trailer Park Boys. Yeah. No, Arrested Development, the first 4 seasons are absolute.
Is it on
magic.
Netflix?
So should I just not watch
Yeah,
5?
it's on Netflix.
Cool, I'll watch it.
I haven't watched it. I watched 2 episodes and you quickly realise that it's nowhere near.
Yeah, I'm just going to skip that then.
Yeah.
I love finding new shit to watch, man. It's just fucked, because when you say, oh, have you seen this? And I say no, I'm like, fuck, why haven't I watched that? But then I
Yeah.
realise that I've watched so many fucking shows, dude. And it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, of
it's so
course.
hard to keep up. Like, fucking, well, watch this, do this, watch this, watch it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Productive.
What we need, really, if you could download shit into your brain,
Oh,
like, I wonder. This is like,
100%.
just
Without,
like
without the time taken to watch
this
it.
is what I like an
Yeah,
open
I'm-
question,
Like a
Oh,
Matrix
yeah.
learning.
Yeah, yeah.
because
Oh,
we're going to get to a point
It's a
where
good
we
point.
can literally
Yes.
there's going to be a chip in our brain
Yep.
and we can access things from our mind,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Do you think that, say you could download something into your brain, it'd be as if you'd experience that thing? Say you watched every 9 seasons of Seinfeld,
Yep.
but then you could download it 10 seconds and it's all in there.
Yep.
Do you think then it'll work in the sense that you felt like you'd watched every episode?
It depends.
Or do you
Because
sit down and watch it?
It
Is that what you
depends on the visual or audio. If it's everything,
Yeah.
then yeah.
I just wonder, like,
Because what other senses do you need to satisfy when you watch a show, other than video and audio?
that's it, really.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think it'd be the same, wouldn't it? In theory.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you make a
Why are all our phones going at the same time?
I don't know. Someone's vibrating.
is it?
It's
or
the
is
second
that,
time.
is
Is
that,
that
was
man?
just me, but
I don't know. It's the
Yeah.
second time.
Right.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, but if you're watching a show, because the other cool thing, like with watching TV series, and I think this is recently just watching like series with Jazzy and stuff. You watch it together, and it's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's like an event, whatever.
Yeah.
Even when we all watch a movie together, that's cool because it's an experience, your mates, whatever. But if you wanted to watch a show, like if I got a recommendation just personally from you, then I was I want to know what happens. Having a button to go, that'd be sick.
Got it all, yeah.
I'd love to have the option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether I take it or not, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Still have the traditional, how's your father show.
Yeah.
I think
But-
that's more applicable though with like skills or knowledge, like and being able to because you're recalling something.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a show, it's an
watching something,
experience.
it's an experience.
Yeah.
You're sitting down.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you
Yeah,
said,
I
it's,
agree.
it's an event. Like
Yeah.
that's part of the enjoyment. It's
Yeah.
like getting
Yeah.
the popcorn and
Yeah.
the wine and
Yeah.
cozying up
For
and
sure.
watching a cool
For sure.
movie.
I wonder just like, because obviously, if you're going to get to that point, your brain's going to become like a computer, right? So its processing power and the way that it can process data is going to be way faster. So surely when you're downloading something into your mind, there's got to be some sort of interface that you can see or experience. It's not like we could be sitting here having a conversation while I'm fucking downloading something. Or I don't think that's how it would work. You kind of be like, done, What I'm saying is because you're like...
I've seen people like that.
Yeah, I saw a guy sniffing paint on his phone like that,
Fingers deep,
like the other day.
Go to Rainbows.
Yeah.
Downloading.
But I wonder, like you said before, like, would you watch it in your head? And I wonder, that could be a thing that would happen, like, because your brain's able to process the information faster. Say the show plays at, like, 10 times speed or 100 times speed, and you see it in your mind's eye, and because your brain processes it faster, you could actually watch the show.
I think it would be more like you would still need some sort of hardware, like a contact lens that you put on.
Right.
And then the information in your brain connects with the contact lens, and you can actually watch whatever
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
it is on the contact. Because otherwise, what do you need to sit there with your eyes closed for 2
What
hours?
about-
Yeah, but like the technical. Well, yeah, maybe
about-
the technology's on the inside of your eyelids.
Yeah. What about turning it on before you go to bed? You know, just sleep for 8 hours. Well, not sleep for 8 hours, but just download for 8 hours.
What do you mean? Oh, to download
Yeah,
the
yeah,
content?
yeah.
While you
Just
sleep.
download-
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
while you
I
sleep.
mean, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
That would make. You busy?
Yeah, you're not busy. You're not doing shit. You're sleeping. Might as well make use of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Fucking A.
Yeah, who fucking knows where it's going to go? Did you end up watching Altered Carbon? No.
Yeah, I finished it.
I finished it. I finished
yeah.
it as well.
Finished as well.
Yeah, sick show. Really good show.
I loved it.
Jazz loved it.
Oh,
She
dude, it
loved
blew
it,
me
man.
away.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
the little components in it that were really futuristic.
Yeah.
Like taking drugs with the eyedropper and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, stolen idea, but still good.
So I've never been into sci-fi.
Right.
Like my exposure to sci-fi has been super limited.
Yeah. That's from Looper. Like the first place
Oh,
I
true.
saw it happen is in Looper. Like they have eyedroppers.
That's where they go back
where
in
they go-
time and
go
they're
back.
assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah,
Willis
that's it.
and
Did you like that movie?
Looper? I really liked
Good
Looper.
job.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was great. Yeah, Ryan Johnson, who butchered the
That's right.
number 8 Star Wars, and he's probably going to
That's
kill
right.
number 9 as well. He made Looper, which was so surprising.
There you go.
Have you seen Solo? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw
we
it.
went and saw it when we did that
The
bar crawl thing.
bar crawl.
Oh.
Jazz one.
It was
Yeah,
good.
apparently. It's just shit.
It wasn't great.
It was like
It was alright.
it's
It was
not-
better
it's
than
not-
it was better than the last one.
Yeah, exactly. I was too drunk to really give it a solid, you know, viewing and observation. Like, anything that I thought was even remotely not good, I was scoffing
All
at
over it.
and like
Yeah.
just fucking fuck this shit and blah, blah, blah. I was sitting by myself for the whole movie. Like, I told you what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
You went-
so we were drinking beforehand, right?
Yeah.
And I have a very small, weak bladder, okay? And I said to Nolsey before me, and I'm like, I'm going to piss at least
Yeah,
twice
yeah.
in this film.
You did say that.
And where we had been sat was like, there was like a row full of people to our
And
right,
there's a row full of people to the left.
and then everyone to the left, and we were in the middle,
We were
right?
smack bang.
It's right in the centre. And so I had to get up and piss about 30, 40 minutes in, and I was like, fucking alright. So I go and do that, and I'm so drunk, right? And then I'm like, fuck this. When I come back, I'm just going to go sit by myself. So I went
Yeah.
back up to our row and just sat like 10 seats away from everyone else. Just feet up on the chairs like this. And then just literally commentary about the film. Like, because I was by myself, you know.
If I was next to you.
You know. And it was great.
Drunk cunt talking to himself.
Yeah, it was good though. And then like I had to piss again. The second time I had to piss.
But you were fine. In
Didn't
and
have to
out.
walk past anyone.
right.
Could
Yeah,
come
you're
straight
being
back to the
courteous.
spot.
It's perfect.
Doing
Yeah.
them a favour.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the movies by yourself from go to woke?
Dude,
No.
I went today.
Did you?
Yeah.
No shit.
I've done it a bunch of times.
No, as in like
really
when you say
enjoyed
by, I've been to the movies by myself.
I mean,
but
walk in, buy a ticket with no one there, sit down, leave, buy yourself, everything, no one else there.
I've never been in an
no,
empty
I've never
cinema,
been in an empty cinema.
but I've been by
Oh no,
myself.
no, no! I mean, when I say no one else there, I mean no one you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Plenty of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, I've only been once. It was fine. It
It's
was
good.
kind of weird buying the ticket, but
Right.
apart from that, it was fine.
Right.
Why was it
Why?
buying the
Because
ticket?
I was like,
One, please.
yeah, it's just like
And it's like the people.
one adult
It's it's like the people that walk into a restaurant and they're like
table
for
for one.
and it's like
Yeah.
the waiter's looking at him. It's like, we've got a
Yeah.
special spot for you, Sonny Jim.
But as soon as I walked past, it's fine.
No, it's totally fine. Yeah.
No
I
one knows.
What movie
Yeah.
did you see today?
2001: A Space Odyssey
Oh,
on
true.
70mm film print. Yeah.
True, yeah.
So I was pumped. Mick was supposed to come with me, but he was feeling a bit crook from
Yeah,
last
fair enough.
night.
Yeah.
So I went by myself, and so Christopher Nolan has been the bloke who was overlooking this. So you
Yeah.
know, he did Interstellar,
Yeah.
Dunkirk, fucking
Batman.
all the dope shit,
Yeah.
Batman's.
Yeah. Sick, man.
And so what
Sick last name.
what he's done is he took the original film negative from 1968.
Yep.
Cleaned it up a little bit and then redid that, so it's exactly as it was supposed to be screened 50 years ago.
Wow.
You know? And it's been showing, you know, all,
At the Astor?
it's at the Astor,
Yep.
the Sun Theatre in
Yep.
Yarraville, which
Yep.
is where I went.
Yep.
And it was just an awesome experience.
Cool,
There's maybe
man.
15 people in the cinema. The projectionist came out at the start and spoke about the film and the
Really?
and the technology and all this shit.
Fuck yeah.
And then he's like, there's going to be an intermission halfway. Sorry, there's an overture.
Yeah.
And then there's one at the start, or whatever there's one at the beginning.
Okay.
So the musical score to get you in the mood, and then the film film starts, then there was an intermission, then there was another overture to get you into the mood for the second part.
Wow.
And then it went again. There was a film program that had information about... I've got it
Oh shit.
in the car.
They give it
What
a go
a-
at the Sun. That's
Yeah,
something
what a
happened when
production.
I went
Yeah.
to see 8 Angry
Hey,
Men. The
12 Angry
Angry
Men.
Men.
no,
Hateful
great
Eight.
movie. Though.
Hateful
That's
Eight.
one of my
Hateful Eight.
favourite
Hateful
movies.
Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
80 mil.
Yeah.
Went to see that at the Sun.
Yeah.
Apparently Tarantino came with
Are
Samuel
you
L.
doing
Jackson.
it on purpose now, or are you just slipping up?
What do you mean?
Apparently.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was there.
Was
Yeah.
Tarantino there?
Tarantino was
Really?
there.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson was there, and
The white dude.
Yeah, I forget his name. The lead character.
Yeah.
Sick.
He was there as
Did you
well.
see-
'Cause
you
there
seen him?
was it the only cinema in Melbourne that was?
There's a
screening-
handful that have 70mm projectors. The Sun
Right.
is one of them. Astor is the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And maybe Kino in the city.
Because it was the same thing when I saw the guy came out and gave a talk
Yeah.
about what made it different and
Yeah.
Black of Blacks
Yep.
and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, overtures and intermission and stuff. It was
Yeah.
fun. It kind of made it more of a
That's cool.
Experience.
You
Yeah.
can go out and you can get a coffee or a wine.
Absolutely.
And go back in and,
Yeah.
yeah, go to the toilet, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No,
It
it
was
was
cool.
it was really nice, man. The movie, have you guys seen 2001? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a saga, bro. Like it's amazing, but it's very long. I forgot how long it was.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a very long time. It's probably worth another watch.
But yeah, astounding practical
Can
effects
you-
and special effects for.
Can you explain the ending to me?
I was-
When he's is that him in the bed?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know, man. I was going to look up what people think on the internet. My interpretation is that light scan, right? That's happening before he goes into that room is essentially, this is my interpretation. The aliens have clearly left monoliths, or some species have left these monoliths to advance the human race, our species, to essentially where they're getting to, right? So the first kicker was the apes to then create space technology. Then it was better space technology to get to Jupiter. And then what I reckon is that was them literally just downloading data into that cunt's fucking head. This is how the universe is built. Because then you have like all the shots of what look like nebulas being formed and, you know, galaxies and all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. So they're like, here's the answers to the universe. Ping! And then the next cut from that, because you see his eye flashing, like, like he's experiencing, new thing.
Yeah.
And then they cut to him like, he's fucking
And he's-
doing
yeah.
that in the shuttle, right?
that's right.
In the weird mind chamber. And then my interpretation of the end is like, that's him living out the rest of his days as a regular human, like trapped in his own head, right? And then he's
Without accessing it.
without being able to utilize it, right? And then he has
okay.
the rebirth at the end because he turns into a baby. There's a fetus at the end, that you see approaching Earth, right? So my interpretation is the room where he sees himself get older and older and older is just him experiencing his own ego mental death, right? Of his old existence. And then, like, all the information that is essentially the room, it's like a physical representation of all that information is then encoded into a new being, which is the child.
The baby.
And then that's being sent back to Earth to then give...
life.
Spread the knowledge.
Spread the knowledge,
Yeah.
but, like, procreate
Yeah.
so that you can then lift
Step
up the
up the human
species.
species.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I got out of it this time
Like his
watching it.
ramp up of evolution, just kind of
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good summary, Kez, I reckon.
I should watch it again. It's been
I need to
a
give it
while.
another watch.
Yeah,
man.
since
Yeah.
I've
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
it for fucking ages.
It's fucking good.
Are they? Do you know if they filming? Are they airing it for a long time, or is it on for a while? Or?
About another week, I think, and they've got a screening every day, sometimes 2 screenings.
Okay.
I got a membership for the Sun.
Do ya?
Yeah.
What is that entitled?
Very cheap tickets.
Right.
Cheap, like almost half price or something stupid.
Fucking A.
And it's fuck all per year.
How much?
Brownie got it for me for my birthday.
Yes.
I actually don't know how much it was, but
That little area there is so lovely, though, man.
Yarraville.
Yeah, with like
Out
all the
front?
shops.
Yeah,
and
it's really nice.
It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Well, that
man.
used to be a thoroughfare.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it. You know, Bridget.
Yeah.
You know, Bridget hit someone with her car out the front of the Sun Theatre.
No.
Yeah.
Please go on. Yeah.
tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
She's overseas. She won't even watch it.
So she sped
Hi,
through
Bridge.
that right where the Sun Theatre is. And someone, I think a waitress or someone worked at the bookstore maybe, ran out and she fucking collected her. Went flying.
What do you mean she went flying? Like hit her properly? Hit her? Like,
I don't want to tell the fuck because it's been so long that I'll probably just get it wrong.
I shouldn't be laughing, but fuck.
Yeah,
It's pretty intense.
It's pretty funny. Anyway, so now they don't let cars through that
because of bridge.
The timing was very weird.
Fucking hell, that's
So it's really nice. Even better in summer.
Ruined
Yeah,
Because everybody spreads out. They all sit on the grass and have coffees and read books and there's music playing. They have concerts there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss living in Yarraville, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good, but it's just not...
Yeah, it was just a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a nicer spot.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd happily move back there.
We saw that, was it a Louis Theroux?
We did.
Was
yeah,
that?
the Scientology
right.
one.
That's right.
Yeah.
We saw that, though,
I
didn't
still
we?
haven't seen that. My
Yeah.
Scientology. Not great.
Don't. It's not that great.
Really? Did you see Going Clear?
No.
It's good.
Going clear.
What's it about?
Going Clear. Scientology.
Right.
Same, like Louis Theroux? Or...
Not Louis Theroux, but same, basically investigative journalism into Scientology.
Okay.
And yeah, that's fucking...
The cult, man.
They're
crazy people.
I was reading about
yeah.
Tom
They're
Cruise.
crazies. Well,
Apparently he's...
it's good, man. Tom Cruise.
Apparently
Tom
so
Cruise is
annoying.
apparently what?
Yeah.
He's apparently a legend.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, on
they say
set,
that, yeah.
like learns everybody's name.
Yeah.
knows his
He's a
craft
really
to
good dude.
T,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Absolutely.
Always up for a chat. Really
that
nice
done?
guy. Yeah, six.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think he's got like a zest for life. Hey, like he seems like a ball of energy. He seems like a nice bloke if you met him. But he's just a bit of a crazy by the sound of it as well. Like,
Nut job.
behind closed doors, like nutcase.
But he's whatever act he's doing, he got it down to a T.
He does, man. He does. I think you don't get that far without being a bit crazy. You know, like as well, in terms of your passion, in terms of the type of person you are, being a high level actor.
Yeah, in the entertainment industry, you've
bit
got to
of,
have...
you know, craziness.
Yeah,
a bit of...
Yeah.
There's another word I'm looking for, but, you know.
Word is he's just
Bit of skewick.
obsessed with like everything filmmaking.
Yeah.
So he wants to know what the lighting guy's doing. He wants to know what the camera guy's doing. The director. He wants to know everything. And he's just this walking encyclopedia.
Yeah, probably because he wants to make his own films. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he does that.
Has he directed any films?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's got gusto.
They're releasing another Mission Impossible, aren't they?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, what would that be? 5 or 6? There's been fucking
I
ages.
don't know. He's fucking old, though. He's in
Old,
his 50s
man.
yet?
He'd be in his 50s.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise,
for sure.
man,
Yeah.
for sure. Like the first Mission Impossible is like 25 years old, dude.
What, right,
20 years old, I think. Late
Tom
90s.
Cruise?
Yeah, first mission.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Sure?
Pretty
Something
sure.
like that, yeah.
It's like, what are we, 2018? I don't reckon it would be in the 2000s, the first Mission Impossible.
No, it's in 1990.
90... It's 20
Late
years.
nineties.
Let me...
Check it up.
Yeah.
That's
we're-
20 years.
We're on an hour 30, boys.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
That's good.
Well,
Nice. Have you got a beef of the week while we wait for Kerry to find us?
you know what? I've got a minor beef
1996.
of the week.
22 years. There you go. It's
Fuck,
fucking
you won
old,
the
dude.
money.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. We're getting
That's a
old.
great film, by the way.
Yeah.
Love
The first one.
Love the first one, man.
Is that when he's
Sick,
rock
dude.
climbing and he gets
No,
his...
that's the second one.
That's the second one.
Yeah, but
that's
the first
filmed in
one's
Sydney.
with the string, and
Yeah,
it's like...
and the dot, and he catches it.
Yeah.
And he's like, bead of sweat falls off.
Yeah.
And if it hits the bottom, the lasers go off.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Sick scene.
Yeah,
man.
it's amazing.
So good, dude.
Yeah.
Such a film.
Yeah.
Great film.
Yeah, I watched The Mummy recently.
Brendan Fraser.
No, the Tom Cruise one, the new one.
Oh.
It's
right.
garbage. The movie's garbage.
Right.
We both just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. That was my reaction.
Don't remake that movie.
That was my reaction over
It's
an
just
hour
got,
and a half.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just got shit written all over it.
Yeah, it was pass. Yeah, I've got a minor beef of the week. My minor beef of the week is my fucking weather app on my phone. Right?
Okay.
So, my weather app told me that it was going to rain, like Thursday, something like that. So I went, alright, I'll grab an umbrella. It didn't rain. So, apparently everyone else got the message. I'm walking around town like a dickhead, carrying an umbrella,
Right.
with everyone looking at me being like, why is this guy got an umbrella?
Right.
So, that's annoying. It was annoying. Like,
Yes.
walking around Flinders Street tapping away like it's fucking 1943.
Boy, Frank
Yeah.
singing in the rain, man.
Trying to, you
Yeah.
know, pretend like, whatever.
There's two issues. There's two holes in your story.
What?
One, we live in Melbourne. Two, it's a first world problem, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
You know, weather app. First of all, you probably had the wrong
weren't
app.
you upset last week
Yeah.
about
Not
like
waving.
What?
not waving? No, it was even
Yeah,
an older
don't
problem.
be a
It was like
rude
an old man problem. Fuck,
What?
what was
Oh,
it?
the happy birthday singing.
It was a happy birthday singing.
Yeah, that's...
That is the
You don't
epitome of
need
first
to
world
do
problem.
it.
Overdone.
Yeah,
Overdone, he said.
You're gonna sit around the campfire in fucking Nigeria singing happy birthday to their families? No.
Probably.
More important things.
Definitely would. They
More
would have
important things to do.
ceremonies. Probably. They've got-
Maybe,
Everyone,
maybe.
you know, they do
Ceremonies.
some shit.
Yeah, maybe they do.
That'd be
But you
good.
probably had the wrong app. What app, Jack?
Yeah, real quick before, what is the app that you've been using?
Inbuilt weather app.
Nah,
No.
they're always
Bomb.
crook.
You got to get the bomb app.
Bomb. Or
Bureau of
Google News is
Meteorology.
pretty good because it has weather in it, and that's usually pretty accurate.
Maybe it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Because I can't go through that embarrassment again.
Don't do it.
Just do it. Just whistle next time it happens. Just so it's like a deliberate act. You're just walking through.
And then you can bowl a hat.
Cool. Let's wrap it up.
Good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Until next time.
Ciao.